What's going on, everybody? Dylan Napoleone with Homa Fight here in San Diego, and I'm here with Johnny Eblen to promote his upcoming fight on July 18th. Johnny, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. I remember running into you just a couple weeks ago in New Jersey. You were obviously with Strickland, and I said I was looking forward to the fight. At that point, it was still with Costello, but I'm still looking forward to the fight with Impa, man.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. Has this felt like a really long training camp? Just coming from the Strickland camp, now you're in your own camp. Has this been like one long camp, or was there maybe a week or two in between?
No, it wasn't like a long camp. After Sean's camp, I took some time off. Got in the van with my wife, my dogs, and went on a little van tour across the country and went snowboarding. Had fun, got some time off, and then when I got back, I jumped back in the camp.
I got to start with it. Obviously, I want to talk about you in a lot of this interview, but talk to me about that New Jersey experience, being there with Sean front row, all the antics with Khamzat Chimaev and his team. What was your week like out there?
Dude, it was awesome, being a part of that team and being a part of that fight week, that's the outcome we wanted, and it happened, and being a part of it was truly awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, dude. It was just such a great experience, and I'm glad that we came out on top.
Is that how you expected the fight to go? Kind of the first couple rounds, like Sean probably would have had to fight the first one off and then just it picked up from there from him. So is that what you expected?
It is kind of what I expected, especially after the first round when Chimaev came out so aggressive and very hard, very wrestling heavy. I'm like, you can't keep that up for 5 rounds. And, he didn't. And then Sean hurt him in the second, with a right hand. I think he hit him with a 1-2. And then shortly after that, Chimaev tried to take him down. Sean stuffed it, took Chimaev down. I was like, this happened a little quicker than I thought. I thought this was going to happen maybe third round. But the fact that it happened in the second, I was like, I think we got this in the bag,
Now let's talk about July 18th for yourself. Obviously, recently, your original opponent, the rematch with Costello van Steenis, fell through. Impa Kasanganay is in. Your immediate reactions when you got this news?
Well, the immediate reaction I had was, the fight's off. We don't have anything for you. So I was very pissed off. That was what I was kind of replying to, because he pulled out. They didn't have anything for me in that moment. And I was like, dude, fuck you. You're a bitch. Like, you're fucking with my money. And from what I heard, it wasn't like a serious injury. So it's like, okay, now you're just trying to buy time and push the fight. True champions show up even if you're not 100%, When I first fought him in South Africa, I wasn't 100%. Sean fought with a separated shoulder. The week of the fight, he separated his shoulder, He still showed up, fought, and won. That's a true champion. But yeah, after that news, spoke with PFL. They got Impa. We got an interim title. The date's the same. We're fighting in Austin, and very happy about this fight. It's a fight I always wanted to run back. And yeah, dude, I can't wait to fight.
I was going to ask you, do you have a harder time finding the excitement to fight Impa again? Because I know how excited and how amped you were to fight Costello again. But the answer seems like no. It seems like you were just as excited, or maybe did it take a little bit more to channel that? No.
Nah, dude, I'm excited to fight regardless of who you are, and especially at the level I'm at. Any person that they put in front of me, is going to be a tough challenge. And yeah, dude, freaking. Regardless of the opponent, I'm pretty excited to fight because my paycheck's the same, and I'm getting to do what I love, But yeah, I think the cherry on top, though, is the redemption and getting that fight back with Costello. And, this is just one obstacle that's in the way of that. And, I think it just makes the storyline that much better. And it makes me more excited to fight Impa, knowing that a win over him gets me an interim title, and then we're going to have to merge the titles at some point.
So what are your thoughts on this interim championship? Do you think it should not even exist and you guys should be fighting for the undisputed gold? Do you think Costello should have maybe been stripped with the belt, or what's your take on that?
I don't think he should be stripped yet because he had just fought. It's somewhat of a quick turnaround. Not really. I think it was like a 4 or 5 month difference. I think, if we would have booked this at the end of the year and then he tries to push it because he's hurt, I think then you could probably strip him. But no, I think interim title, it makes sense. Yeah.
So do you think that with all the, your division is stacked right now, all these great competitors and fun fights to make. Do you think that having an interim championship makes it that much better? Like more fights to make, more kind of suspense, if you will?
Absolutely. And honestly, I don't think they do like 5-round fights for a non-title fight. So that's also another thing that I truly wanted. Also, the pay for me is different. For a championship, my pay is different. So that was a big thing for me as well. But yeah, I think it does make sense to do an interim title. And I think because the middleweight division is so stacked, it makes sense to do it. So. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I'm just going to be plain with this one. Like, how bad do you want to fight Costello van Steenis again?
I do want to fight him pretty damn bad. But if it never happens, let's say he gets hurt again, he I don't know, he dies, I could never fight him again. It is what it is, I don't care. But like I said, it's a cherry on top.
100%. My next one, where I kind of got discombobulated here. Obviously, your last fight with Impa, 2024, right?
Yeah.
It ended in a split decision. So do you think this is an opportunity for you to go out there, kind of show how much you've evolved, and maybe you go out there, you put a dominant finish out, it shows that, hey, we ended in a split decision back then, but look at how far I've came, and now I'm able to finish him. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, yeah. I've grown a lot since then, and honestly, he caught me in the second, and that's the only reason. You take that moment out of the fight, I'm winning the whole fight. So I think I've gotten better since then, and I think Impa has too, but not to the degree I have. So I think truly getting to fight him again, 5 rounds, 2 years later, I'm a different fighter, and I don't think I'm going to get caught with that right hand, and I don't think he's going to drop me, and I think I'm going to dominate the fight and get a finish.
Now, at the press conference a little while ago, you mentioned that Sean Strickland and you are going to reunite for the last 2 weeks of camp, right? So what's this going to look like? Are you going to Vegas? He coming to Florida? How's that going to work out?
No, he's going to come to Florida. I'm training at ATT. For his camp, I went to Vegas, went to Extreme. He's going to come out, and he's going to help me for my last 2 weeks. And, yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. We always get great rounds and always great training with him.
How about the timeline for you, right? You said it. You did your camp, which did Sean's camp with him. Then you took a little bit off. Now you're in your own camp. Does it add a little bit more? And is the training camp with Sean even more influential, like a perfect timing type of thing? I'm asking. Just before you start your camp, you're in camp with him. Like you're already sharp, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. No, what's funny was. At the end of the 2 weeks for Sean's like, you're ready for a title fight. And I was like, dude, yeah, I know I am. I got to take some time off before I go back into my camp. I'm going to get hurt. But yeah, I think it's just guys like me and him, we never stop training. We never stop getting better. And, he doesn't have to come out and help me. But, as a man, he knows I helped him for his camp. He's going to come out and help me. And, it truly means a lot.
I think the other thing is he believes in you, bro, because when we were out there in New Jersey, I remember I was in the media room that day, and he came in. He's like, yo, this guy, he needs to come in the UFC. He's talking about you, Johnny Eblen, or maybe I think he might have said Eblen needs to come.
He said my name or something. Yeah.
He said it to the room. So what's that like knowing, like, Sean Strickland, undisputed UFC champion, thinks of you and has trained, like, you've proved it to him. It's not like he thinks that, but you've proved it. What's that like to you?
Man, it means a lot, coming from a peer that I truly respect. Giving me a stamp of approval, it means a lot because you know how fans are, how casuals are. They talk a bunch of shit, and half of them don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But at the end of the day, that's more what I care about is what do my peers think of me, and especially what do people I respect, who I have respect for, think of me. And Sean said it. He thinks I'm one of the best guys in the world. I give him a run for his money, and it means a lot.
Fair enough. Well deserved, by the way. Like, you can't, nothing but respect for that, right?
Yeah.
My last question for you: how do you expect this fight to go? Like, if you could kind of, not that I want to know what you're going to do in the cage, but what do you think this fight, this rematch with Impa, is going to look like on July 18th, right?
I think it's going to be a fun fight. Not in so much of like a back and forth type thing, but it's just like I think I'm going to dominate the fight, All I have to do is stay away from his power and keep him guessing, mix the fight up, And I think you're truly going to see levels to my game improving and finding ways to finish fights. And you're gonna see a full mixed martial artist out there. And yeah, the only thing I have to worry about is Impa's power. And the best thing to negate that is move my feet, keep my hands up, and don't exchange and stay in the pocket too long.
That's Johnny Eblen, your main event in Austin, Texas. Johnny, appreciate the time, bro. Thanks, you, man.
Bro.
Absolutely. It's a good one.